Welcome back to another episode of 410 Outdoors. Today we're going to be loading some 410 shells. We've went through all the different components and parts and pieces of a 410 shell, and today we're going to put it all together. So hopefully it makes sense, and by now you guys are understanding what you need to do and that kind of stuff to load 410. So it can be the most difficult to load of the shotgun shells, without a doubt. So hopefully this series of videos is maybe gave it some light and that kind of thing, and that it can be done. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. We got our 600 Junior here. We got our hulls, we got primers. I'll explain what this is. We have our empty box here to put them in once we get them loaded and all that stuff. I also keep a little screwdriver at the loading bench. It's just convenient. From time to time you need it. There's no particular reason, but I keep it around. That way, if I do need it, it's within arm's reach. So we're going to go ahead and start loading here. So again, I went over some of this, but I'm going to go over it again. This station here is the D prime and resize. I didn't do this, but we can take, so this is a collet sizer. As you can see, that ring there, this is adjustable, so there is some adjustment there as far as that goes. But what this does, the hull goes up in here, and this when it goes up into this, it resizes the brass so that it's back to factory specs. This piece here, it knocks your old primer out. So this is there. I guess there's two operations going here. It's not that complicated, but there are two things happening here when this happens. So this loader is set up to load AA hulls, the old ones specifically, okay? I also here, I have some new, this is a new HS hull. I load a lot of these. That's actually what this box is for, the HS hulls, which are these. But this loader is actually set up to load these old ones. But as you have probably guessed, with how difficult 410 hulls are to get, I use whatever I can get my hands on. So I'm not partial to any particular hull. I do like the old style AA's, but the other stuff will work. So you know, and if you have an abundance of one of the other ones, set your loader up for it. I have quite a few of these, so that's what mine's set up. But like I say, I load everything on it. So these are actually already, the primer's been popped out of them, but I'm going to run them through here and show you guys. So you pull the handle down, it goes all the way down. It resizes it. It would knock the primer out. Okay, so now it's deprimed, of course, and the brass is back to factory specifications. All right, then the next step, we'll take one of our primers here. Obviously, this is a fresh primer. We'll drop it in the seat there. We'll run it up on the ram, pull it down. And sometimes they're a little sticky on there, not always. What you want to do, you want to make sure, obviously, your primer's in there, but make sure it's flat. Just kind of run your finger over it, make sure it's flat. So then at the third station here, this is where it really comes together, okay? So, excuse me, you have, there's about three things here that are going to happen. We're going to put powder in, we're going to put wad in, and we're going to put our shot in. So the first thing we want to do is we want to pull the handle down, and push our shot bar or charge bar over, okay? I don't know if you could hear it, but it dropped the powder. Hopefully you can see it in there. All right, put that back on there. Get our wad. All right, put it over the ram. Let it slide down in there. Push it all the way down. Now, what I do People do this different ways. This is a matter of opinion. I let up on it a little bit, and then I drop my shot. So hopefully you heard it drop, and then you can obviously see our shot in there. So then we come over here to this station, and here is where we start our pre-crimp. Right here is the pre-crimp. You just pull it down, it starts your crimp, okay? So you can see obviously that's not closed all the way. You can still see the shot there, but it is started. And I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but this spins. I know that may be hard to see, but that spins. So you can throw that on there in any orientation and pull the handle down, and this will spin and line up with it. So do that, and then back here at the back is your final crimp, and bam, there's a loaded 410 shell ready to break a target on the skeet range. So these reload beautifully. So I really like the old 410 AA hulls. So we got another one here. Again, you'll deprime it back there. Again, this one was already deprimed as well. Pull it up, resize. Again, checking to make sure it's flat. Drop it down, drop your powder. You got a wad, shot. All right, pre-crimp, final crimp. All right, so there's another one ready to go. And then obviously we just put them in our box here. So, you know, save your boxes, obviously. Now, that being said, I do load other hulls. So, I'm going to show you an example. I really like these Herder's hulls. They're from Cabela's Bass Pro. I'm not sure who they have making them, if they're making them or what. But I really like these. But I'm going to show you guys how you can set your loader up for one shell and load everything. And there's a reason why I have mine set up for the old AA's, okay, compared to everything else. So again, start over here, pop your primer out, resize, new primer, put it, drop our powder, insert a wad, drop our shot. Now, that being said, I don't know how well this will show up, but this is actually, these hulls are a little bit taller than the old AA hulls. And if I close this up, it will have an opening in it and the shot will fall out. So that is why I have a little cup of shot on my table. And what I have here is, hopefully that will show up. This is a Lee powder dipper, actually. It's the smallest one. It's the 0.33 cc, 0.033, or no, excuse me, 0.3 cc. It's the smallest one that comes in the set of them. So what I do, I take this and I get just one cup full of shot like that, hold it over it, and I dump it in my hull, okay? And then I kind of tap it to let it settle. Put it on here, start our pre-crimp. Again, pre-crimp, adjust, put it on the back one, finish crimp, bam. Perfect. All right. So, but if I did not add that little bit of shot, the crimp would be shaped like this, and it would have a hole in it. And number 9, this is number 9 shot. It'll roll out of them, and then you get to the range, and your box will be half full of shot. So there's a Herder. Here's some Remington. Here's some Remington hulls. These are actually cut downs. You can see these were 3-inch. I've cut these down to 2.5 inches because I don't shoot that many 3-inch hulls, or 3-inch shells for that matter. But you can see that was, in fact, a 3-inch hull. So I cut them down. So again, deprime it. Oops. doing there. Make sure it seats well. And guys, I don't have a problem with primers not seating, but I always double check them. So it doesn't, I mean, you'll get in a habit, you'll just do it and you'll be able to tell instantly. So again, all right, now I'll add my shot here. All right, and I can kind of eyeball it. That one use just a tad bit more. Okay, start your crimp, finish your crimp. So there's a 3-inch hole that's been cut down to 2.5, and it's got a little burr there on it, but that's no big deal. But it loads up perfect. So there's an example of Remington game loads. Here's their Nitro Gold haul. Again, same thing. This is just showing you that you can load all the different hauls on the same loader without adjusting it. You know, if you've got a ton of one, you know, set your loader up for that one. Okay, so there's that one. Give it just a touch. Bam, perfect. All right, and then lastly, I have, well, not lastly, excuse me. I have Remington game loads. These are old. These are number 9s, but these are old hauls. Reprime. All right. Kind of tap it, get it together, and then there's that one. All right, and then lastly, I have an HS haul, which these are the new AA's. This one will actually be a throwaway. When my hauls get like this, I load them one more time, and then if I go quail hunting or something like that, then I pitch them. So these two, even though they're AA's, you still have to put that little bit of extra shot in them because, again, those Winchester, the old style AA's are shorter. So, you know, I put just that little bit extra shot in there, tap it down. Now this one's not going to be pretty because it's old and wore out. So that one will be a throwaway. Then you also see where the powder has burned side of it. So I'm gonna put that one in the box. So that's part of the reason why I like the 600 Junior so much, is because it gives you a lot of control over them. You know, there's nothing wrong. I shoot with guys that use grabbers and 9000s and load 410 shells. They work, there's no doubt about it, but I really like the 600 Junior. I have a lot of confidence in it. I have loaded thousands and thousands of shells on this and never had a problem. So, you know, a confidence is worth a lot. So, you know, you can't go wrong with a Junior. And once you get going on these, you can load a box of shells in 10 minutes tops. So, I mean, unless you're shooting just thousands upon thousands of shells, you know, in a month's time, you really, the progressive isn't necessary. I know some guys don't have the time to sit down and load on a Junior, and I understand that. So, you know, if that justifies it for you, you know, because kids and life and all that stuff get in the way, there's nothing wrong with it. But that's the Mech 600 Junior 410. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time at the range.